Test the audio, test the audio, test the audio, test the audio. All right, here we go again. Buckle up. Oh, that was weird. Anyway, it went online on by itself, but I was trying to. It's like weird. I was behind this shopping center, just checking out. I saw a guy come back from behind the shopping center with his bag. I'm like, "What's back here? Apartments or something, or housing? What is it?" And there's a path that leads to something against the walking trail. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have been here in like 2011. It definitely would have worked better. 2012, when I moved to Santa Fe, I should have moved here. Thank you, Larry. Of course, they didn't want me to move here back then, and waited a few more years to mess it up some more. Well, because the kind of community I was looking for and a place to ride my bike. I mean, this is definitely much better than Santa Fe for riding your bicycle. Hmm. I doubt they would have played that game at a massage therapy place around here. I'm trying to figure out is there's some traffic here. It's pretty bad. How can I get around it? Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. Thank you, mind of Olathe. Sorry, I missed my key. I've been married and everything. If they just would stop, just want a married life, go to church, and I've been the rest of my life. Right. That's all God wanted. At a minimum. I'd have been healthier and everything. They knew what they were doing, man. They're just sick. I was just checking, was he homeless, or he kind of had a weird look on his face. He might use drugs. People that use drugs don't like seeing me. Well, it's better they see me than see the active law enforcement. So I'm like the free guy. You're not should be doing that. Get up and knock out it. Thanks, Larry. I've always been a cue for people, but they screwed up my lives. See, that's how the system's supposed to work. We don't want to arrest you. We want your life to get better before we have to arrest you. Thank you, Larry. Again, a lot of cops are reversing that. They're just evil. Evil! So it's something said that they caught people like stalking me online. It really did. Like cops and stuff. Like once upon a time, nobody said anything. But I mean, the evidence is there. And that's one of the problems. They get all freaked out over it. Right. I think I'm supposed to. Oh, there's flex vehicles in my way. Maybe the Lord wants me to go one more street. Actually, that's right on the way. Actually, no, I can do that. I know where that's it. Boy, this flex is going the same speed as me. Okay, just pass me. Pass me. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to take me to 143rd. Oh, there's construction on 143rd. I need to turn 139th. Satan blocked. So that takes me, I think, next to Lowe's, right? Oh, this is nice. They've got a nice big kind of cul-de-sac here for me to turn around in. What are you doing, God? I'll go down this street and turn around. Now, see, God shows me how it's not God messing me up. It's just, again, there's a strategy for each age, quote unquote, or each time period, whatever you want to call it. And the strategy wasn't to reveal how it all works back then. But again, the end times, the strategy of God is more revealed. Thank you, Larry. Sure. There's a lot of group requirement. God told me, the bottom line is, God told me the world is the existence is a democracy. Now, God's there and God's moving things, but it's democracy. Not there's a lot of different takes on that, and or not necessarily takes, but levels of that. And Hare Krishna will tell you that it's all God's energy, good, bad, and indifferent, as it occurs. But it doesn't mean that God wants it to happen, right? Again, they try to call it karma. We call it personal will and other things. This should let me out next to Lowe's past the construction. So there, the mind of Olathe was blocked right when we made that turn on 139th right away. Any of your officers stalking me? They're blocking the mind of Olathe. I was on time. Everything I was doing, actually, was behind schedule. But like when I got a house, I was behind schedule. But they ruined our life. Oh, wait, is this those people? No, it's not. No, because it's really weird how roads start and stop here, and then some roads have might be 143rd Street. I don't know exactly the road. It's like deja vu. Am I really here? Well, I can see God trying to get me something. There's within the system on Earth, there is like a God. And people that generally have and are that, you get what you put in and all that, they tend to say that it's real God, but it's not. But God can try to manipulate that with me. He'll, pretty much. Now it's one girl. I'm like, why am I looking at this girl? There's three youth walking. I'm looking at the one girl and I'm thinking, why am I looking at this girl? And at the same time, I said me, which has double connotation. So she's marked to be molested somehow. And then, of course, I was molested as a child, so that tells me she needs to be healed of that. I can't tell. This is really weird. Black Bob at 139th, the marker's on the road. Okay, that's for turning. Is this for straight? At least I think it is. Oh. I think I should have probably turned right and spun around. I can't remember how far down the turn spin around is. It's right here. Well, looking at the three youth, the boy has a little bit, but she had more. Oh, don't! She just walked in the street. They're laughing, but she's cursed. Oh, I guess they're walking her home. Apart. What are y'all doing? You're acting wacky. Be safe, All right, now you're all walking across the intersection. So why was she? Let me go again. So she was the priority. The boys had a little bit of molestation on him, but the other girl did. She's kind of heavyweight. So again, it's not as attractive to some wanton criminal adult. Wait a minute. I went the wrong way. No. Hi, lady, mowing your lawn. She saw me. She saw me, and I looked up and I saw her, and then I said, hello, lady, and she wasn't even looking at me. And at the instant I wiggled my fingers, she looked at me, and she waved back. I only wiggled my fingers for a brief second. They might hear me. I don't know. Oh, you ever talk to angels? Thanks, Larry. No, the world never. My life didn't have to be this, and the world didn't have to be it. Oh, I should go to Walmart. That's maybe why I also had to go this way. I wouldn't remember it. It's blocking me from shopping at Walmart. I was going to order Plus. The Plus is worth it, even on pickups. There's no charge. I don't think pickups are free for any other people. Like you could actually shop 4 times a month, I think, on Plus. Like just do pickups if you weren't into deliveries. And I'm doing like escalated time frame deliveries. If I were to do just normal time frame, I don't think it would cost me anything. There's a slot like 8 hours later. If you do that, then it'd be too tempting for the deep state. Right? Not to say they can't infiltrate anything, but they should just stop, man. I mean, I'm just like I'm sure when I went to Hobby Lobby, they're always trying to like stalk women and kids and stuff. I mean, I'm really a hobby dude. I mean, what do you expect a retired guy to do when you don't let him have anything? Right? It was horrible. I went to Oklahoma because I thought they were really Christians. Turns out they're deep state fiends. Well, what's going on in the court? Democrats are their own worst enemies. But what's going on? The court's not going to side with them. Just try to settle everybody down. And Donald Trump didn't make him do that. I mean, losing politically angers him, and maybe that's part of it. But they were mad because ICE was deporting, and maybe now they'll take up the narrative that the military's here. But again, your actions required something like that. It's a different day and age, man. These people are much more advanced than the older people that used to protest and maybe even riot every so often. Right? I mean, just social media and cell phones. I mean, flash mobs are so simple, and that's like I said, that's the thing to defend against. Because they can lock up your city, right? Or lock up your police response, your ambulance response, your fire engine response. Right? I'm usually correct. It's God's telling me, okay? I can tell you for years. Well, right now I was looking for a certain type of person and people to try to look like they're interested in it, or just even gotcha feign it, Right. Initially it was weird, but I don't see it now. Thank you. And I was trying to see if X was part of it, but it doesn't look like that. That's really sad. I got been married. What am I supposed to do? Like, I never said it was sad. I should have said, oh, it's sad what you're all doing. Sad what's happening. Look, I look at life and a lot of people, so I'm kind of appreciative, but, I should have probably spoke a little bit more on everything. Well, I have my flat bag here, but I don't have a strap on it to be a fan pack. I don't even know if it came with the straps on. I mean, this is really a hefty fanny pack. These for a fanny pack, but I think it would work well. I just don't know if it actually came with straps for that. I mean, it has the loop for it, and all I would need were some just basic straps with fast X clips. Do that, 'cause these are big, but when I go on the gym, it'd be nice to not carry it. It'd be nice to just put it on as a thingy wingy. Nah, I had this all under control when I was in Santa Fe, and then there's nothing really going on in there. They just set it up and make it look like it is. Right? They were definitely trying to push me out, which gave them away. Definitely trying to get me not to go to massage, or to switch to one of the questionable massage places. And that didn't manifest until I got to, what was that place? Amarillo. Now that dude was illegal. I was so sick. I didn't bother with it. I mean, not illegal, but he was a gay, he was a gay sex guy. And he was rating his All right, one of the problems is I'm running out of power on my phone. Actually, I could. Well, I don't think I have a C2C cable. Yeah, I'm going back into my low sodium bread mode. I don't even know why I was using high sodium bread. I think at a certain point they got me off of my use of that, because I changed to a different company. I'll think of what I'm eating now. If there's anything. go see how much sodium is in this stuff over here. But like I said, they're my favorite. Not my favorite, but the woman that's on crutches here is real nice. Walmart employee. Right. She was at the front. She's always nice and all chipper. But I guess, she lives a pretty good life for well adjusted. One torch about a deep state. 300 milligrams and 3/4 of a cup. If I use a little less. I'm trying to figure out how to make like a soup base out of maybe like no salt seasoning, but I don't know if it works or not. Well, the trick to this thing is I've done it before. You have to cut your salt where you can. In some places, you can cut it down to zero. Because when you get bread, you don't need the salt. Your other item can have the salt or the sodium. God just revealed sea salt to me. Sea salt, salt and everything. Sea salt. All right. Yeah, when they screwed up my massage, that's when they sealed my fate. Killed that woman over there. All right, where's the spices? I forgot what the spices. Yeah, my apartment, man. They were trying to lock me in there again. All right.